Hey guys, it's your girl Taylor, professional caricature artist and lover of theater. I've decided to try something a little different, so I sat down with a few performing artists and had conversations about their shows and projects. This is Drawing Conclusions. I went to the Costa Mesa Civic Playhouse to sit down and chat with the cast of Next to Normal, playing from August 17th to September 16th. Today I'm talking to...
I'm Garrett Chandler.
And who are you playing in the show?
I'm playing Dr. Madden and Dr. Fine.
And I should probably ask, what show is this?
Oh, we are doing Next to Normal, the musical.
Next to Normal, the musical. Well, it's nice to meet you, Garrett.
Nice
I'm
to meet
going to
you.
draw your face real quick, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about the show?
It is a Pulitzer Prize winning rock musical about a woman dealing with bipolar depression and the effects it has on her family. So, very heavy subject matter, has a lot of dark humor though, and it's very accessible and real show. Has a lot of naturalistic elements in the script and the storytelling. But it's definitely one of the best ones that was on Broadway in the last decade, so I'm very...
Yeah, I do remember it being really popular when I was in high school. That was a big one.
For sure. It was
like that time of like Wicked, Spring Awakening, and Next to Normal were like the big ones.
And Next to Normal was actually the one I didn't see. I've only recently gotten a chance to watch it. I had no idea what it was about.
I was very stupid to like go see Shrek when all my other classmates went to see Next to Normal, and I was like, oh, darn it. And I saw it in the Heights too, and I saw like, I don't know, let's Speed the Plow or something. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your character?
The main one, Dr. Madden, is the psychiatrist that the lead character, Diana, goes to see. He's very self-assured, and he is probably the most grounded and calm character in the show, which is kind of hard because he's also doesn't get that, like, objective of, I want. He's more of, like, the accessory who listens and lets the others act off of him, and he's kind of very grounded, and there's a danger of being flat with the character because of how reasonable and calm he is compared to all the heightened emotions of the Goodman family.
But he does have a nice moment in Act 2 where he gets to actually display how much he cares for his patient, and so I always look forward to that.
That's really nice.
And he has a
cool... Diana has some fun delusional episodes in the show. One of them is Dr. Madden as a rock star, so that's like how the audience is introduced to him. So that's always fun too, to kind of whip out the Bon Jovi.
Are you a rock star?
I am not a rock star. Though, I mean, like, Jesus Christ Superstar was what got me into musical theater, so the rock operas like this and Rent
and Jesus Christ Superstar have all been like my, like, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life, so... But it's, you know, it's tough. You can't really keep a healthy voice doing that all day.
How long have you been doing theater for?
Since I was 12. It's been quite a while.
Wow.
It's
Do you remember what your first show was?
It was A Christmas with Scrooge. It was a little community theater production
Not
in
a Irvine.
But immediately after that was like Les Miserables at Fullerton College, so it was kind of
like you know, little cute family theater into, like, you know, okay, here's, like, the show that everyone's obsessed about on Broadway right now.
Yeah.
And I still didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh, wow, this is huge. And, yeah.
Well, that's really cool.
I've definitely been hooked ever since, so.
Is this your first time doing Next to Normal?
Yes. I hope it's not my last, because there are many wonderful roles in the show. And
I was going to say, is there another role that you would like to play?
Oh, for sure, when I'm old enough, Dan would be a dream role. He's... actually just anything Brian Darcy James has ever played, so Shrek would be there too.
Is this your first time performing at the Costa Mesa Playhouse?
No, I've actually, this is, I would say, like my second home theater-wise. I got to do Spelling Bee. I've done that many times, and that was my first time was here. I did Bonnie and Clyde, which is one of my favorite shows I've ever done. I love Bonnie and Clyde. I did Wait Until Dark was a really cool play.
Audrey Hepburn was in the movie. It's
Is she blind?
Yes, she's blind, and there's like 3 guys terrorizing her in her apartment, so she cuts all the power on them.
I randomly know that.
It's a good one. And then I did Lion in Winter here too, which was, I love that script, and I love the original movie, and so that was a privilege to do that.
Well, the show does actually, I think you mentioned before that there's a lot of dark humor, but the show does deal with some pretty dark subjects.
Oh, for sure. It's emotionally devastating. The first time I saw it, I was like ugly crying, and first time I listened to it, I mean, not even seeing it, just like hearing some of these things near the end. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it does hit hard in the feels, and it's it deals with loss and depression, and I mean, it deals with relationships that succeed and relationships that fail, and I think everyone could relate to that in some way, and the pain and joy that comes from both of those things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes the script such a winner, is that it, despite those moments where Diana's delusions do take kind of a larger-than-life comical or over-the-top scary moment, there's also just the groundedness in reality is something that the audience could definitely relate to.
Yeah. Okay, so of course you want the audience to relate to the show. Is there something in particular you would want them to take away from the whole experience?
There's a lesson, I think, that can be learned. I don't want to spoil how the show ends, but just
There's lyrics in the final song, like, you don't have to be happy at all to be happy you're alive, and the price of love is lost, but still we pay. All those, like, lines just, like, sometimes life is unfair, or sometimes we don't get what we want, and still, like, it's still life.
Especially when, we deal with such heavy subject matter and media and stuff, like, we got shows that deal with suicide, and we got other such emotional things, depression and all that. It's and our show deals with those subject matters too, and sometimes people feel like there are only one answer to certain things, and if that answer doesn't work for you, then you failed. And I think that's the message that people should take away from this, is that if it doesn't work out the way that everyone else tells you it's supposed to work out, that doesn't mean that you failed. You're still alive and you still have a life to live.
I do love the idea of, because again, I'm not super familiar. I think you said the price of love is loss.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes my heart
For sure,
like,
yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, you're right. It's like buying a dog. You just know that in like 10 years you're gonna be super sad.
But still, like,
You
you're gonna want to get another dog someday.
Absolutely.
And, and you're never gonna forget the other dog, but yeah, it's still, you're willing to endure the pain that comes later because you know that
it's gonna be a great relationship.
Exactly.
So Garrett, it was really wonderful talking to you. Would you like to tell everybody when and where they can come and see your show?
Yes, we open August 17th. That's our preview show, and then we have our gala opening on the 18th, and we run at the Costa Mesa Playhouse in Costa Mesa, California, on Hamilton Drive.
Hamilton
Drive.
Nope, Hamilton.
Yeah. You can look up at costamesaplayhouse.org. Crap, I don't know that. You should Google it and see what happens.
Yeah, Costa Mesa Playhouse, next to normal. Use the internet. We all know how it works.
Yes.
Boom. Wait. Aha. There you go.
Nice. I love it.
This has been Drawing Conclusions. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Have you drawn your own conclusions? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget, get out there and draw something. See you next time.